The boy stole the girlfriend of the school bully on the first day of school, and he confessed to all the girls in the school. The boy asked the female classmates to go back to the dormitory because most of them were replaced by monsters. And the favorite thing of these monsters is about meeting up with the students who are alone at night. Then the monster eats the students. These students will also be turned into monsters when they are vomited out. Lynn is here to deal with these monsters and all of this. It all started with a not-so-clever peeping. Yesterday, Yifei left her keys in the classroom after school. When he went back to get the keys, he ran into the monitor and the teacher. He originally thought that the two were here to do private things. But he saw that the monitor had turned into a monster. Eat the teacher. Then the monster vomited out an egg. Then a gurgling sound came from the egg. Then the teacher actually came out of the egg. Yifei was terrified. He had been hiding under the podium. It was not until this morning that he came to the night watchman to report the case. After the captain listened to Li Yifei's story, he began to analyze and speculate. He believed that this monster had the ability to disguise and assimilate. The monster may have caused the spread of infection. You must know that among the lower-level mythical creatures, the assimilation skill is the most difficult ability. If you don't pay attention, the number of victims will increase explosively, and the disguise skill is a more dangerous ability. It means that the monster has intelligence that is not inferior to that of humans. Speaking of this, another team member pushed his glasses and said, "We must prepare for the worst. It is possible that the entire Kangnan No to middle school has been infected. The infection has even spread outside the school." Everyone decided to split into two groups. One team used the victim's social relations as a clue, looking for other infected people. The other team enters the school, trying to find the main body as soon as possible. The night watchman came to the school. After changing into school uniforms, the team decided to act separately. Hong Ying and Si Xiaonan went to the office building to investigate. Lin mixed into the class to contact Liu Xiaoyan. Then he used his ability to identify the infected. Lin kept searching in the corridor. 1, 2, 3. There are more. He couldn't believe it. On this floor alone, 6 people were infected and turned into monsters. If a riot occurs, the consequences will be disastrous. Finally, Lin came to the classroom. Lin found that Li Yifei, who was very scared just now, actually returned to school. So Lin asked Li, "Is there anything can bring all the teachers and students together?" He wants to find out the situation of the whole school. Li immediately thought of the flag-raising ceremony. At the same time, on the other side, Hong Ying and the other two found that the infected teacher was not in the office. Taking this opportunity, they quickly went into the house to investigate. Unexpectedly, they found a human skin under the floor. At this time, the audio broadcast sound for flag raise started. The students lined up to go to the playground. At this time, Lin found that a girl in the crowd was infected. He asked Yofi about the identity of this girl. Li said her name was Tian Li. She lived in the same dormitory with Liu Xiaoyan. Upon hearing this, Lin immediately notified Hong Ying. He said that the source of infection was most likely in the girls' dormitory. Just when Hong Ying went to investigate the dormitory, Lin Q came to the flag-raising platform. He grabbed the national flag from the classmate. Tell her that the school leaders just temporarily replaced the flag-raising person. Then he walked to the flag-raising platform, closed his eyes and began to proceed. This result shocked him. He found that the crowd was full of infected people. Then he immediately prepared to contact Hong Ying. While looking for Hong Ying, he quickly reported the situation to the captain through the intercom. At least 60 teachers and students in the whole school were infected. It should be impossible if the Night Watch wants to solve it secretly. Once the monster knows our existence, it may control more than 60 infected people to indiscriminate attacks on teachers and students. Once there are invested students that slip through the quarantine and escape from the school, that would be a disaster that would affect the entire city. The captain who heard this asked Lin to calm down first, because the infected have already spread out. When they were investigating Liu Xiaoyan and her teacher's residence, they found that all their family members had been infected. While the captain was killed a monster with a single sword. The captain told Lin that we will gradually check the social relations of the infected to block the spread. The school is handed over to you. We must find the main body and solve it in the shortest time possible. In addition, I will let Lang Zhuan open the boundless airspace so that the monsters in the school cannot escape. This way you can safely deal with the monsters. Lin agreed. Then he rushed to the girls' dormitory, preparing to meet Hong Ying. He told Hong Ying that the flag-raising ceremony ended early. Now a group of girls are about to return to the dormitory. Do you need me to come up to help you? Lin asked. Hong Ying smiled and said no need. You go to the teaching building to prevent the monsters from attacking indiscriminately. I can handle it here. As soon as Hong Ying finished speaking, they encountered a group of students. Looking at Hong Ying's proud chest muscles, the female classmates immediately concluded they were not students of this school, so they asked which class they were from. Hong Ying made a few perfunctory remarks and left with an excuse. The faces of several girls darkened instantly. Kiki stopped the two and said that the two sisters were really pretty. And they have perfect facial features, beautiful skin. So enviable. While talking, several girls started to touch each other. You also look so beautiful that I want to eat you in one bite. After saying that, they revealed their true forms. They rushed towards Hong Ying and bit them. Seeing this, Hong Ying opened the box in her hand directly. Instantly, a spear appeared in her hand. She just hit it lightly. Then only the head of one monster was left. The other two monsters were stunned. Then she turned the spear and swung it again. The two monsters were instantly burned to ashes by the flames. At this time, another infected person appeared at the end of the corridor, just as Hong Ying was about to start attacking. She found that more and more infected people were around, surrounding them. Seeing this, Hong Ying sneered. Come on, the more the better. The ones I had just now were not enough to warm me up. A moment later, an explosion sounded in the girls' dormitory. At the same time, a love feast was taking place in the class. The school bully expressed his love to Han Ruoruo with a drink in his hand. Ruoruo also agreed directly and asked the school bully to meet in the woods after school. Just when the school bully was overjoyed, Lin suddenly slammed the table and stood up. Ruoruo classmate, I actually like you too. Can you be my girlfriend? All the classmates were excited by this scene. At this moment, Han Ruoruo replied shyly, well, I promised you too. The school bully was also completely dumbfounded at this time. He has grown so big. This is the first time I heard someone could intercept a confession. After hearing Ruoruo say this, Lin got up and left. Lin said, let's meet in the garage after school. At the same time, the girls' dormitory was also in a mess. Lang Zhuan opened the boundless airspace. A riot broke out in the school. Students fled in all directions. But the boy did not run away. Instead, he took out a gun and a knife to harvest the lives of the students in the crowd. And he did this to protect the students, because the people he killed were all monsters. just now. Hong Ying had just cleared out the infected. Then they met a teacher who pulled them away. Said it was dangerous here. Asked them to leave quickly. Suddenly, a bullet shot straight into the teacher's chest. The next second, the teacher revealed his monster form. Seeing the monster's big mouth about to bite Si Xiaonan, Lin took 7 steps in 1 step. He shot the monster in the jaw. 2 shots cut off the monster's head. Hong Ying came to her senses and breathed a sigh of relief. She said it was a good thing you arrived in time. Otherwise, Xiaonan would be in danger. So, the 3 began to discuss the location of the monster's body. Lin analyzed first. The monster should still be in the girls' dormitory, but now you've cleared all the monsters in this building. Could it be that he sensed danger? He ran away early. Suddenly, Si Xiaonan pointed at the top and said nervously, "Look what that is." Lin and Hong Ying looked up. Then they saw a snake-headed monster. Seeing this, the 2 hurriedly chased after it. Finally, they chased the monster to the rooftop and saw its true form. The monster was standing on the rooftop, preparing to use its ultimate move. It instantly made them both dizzy. The monster also took the opportunity to escape. At the same time, the infected people hiding in the crowd all turned into monsters at this moment. The monsters attacked and bit the people around them. At this time, the students who were in a mess just wanted to escape, but found themselves blocked by an invisible barrier. Seeing this, Hong Ying and Lin had a clear division of works. Hong Ying, who has high combat power, chases the snake-headed monster, and Lin is responsible for maintaining order among the students. He came to the crowd and asked them to stay calm and listen to his instructions, but the students who were shrouded in fear ignored him. Lin watched the situation gradually getting out of control. He fired a warning shot directly. Instantly, everyone around was stunned. Lin took the opportunity to quickly swing his knife, hack the infected in the crowd to death. After Lin eliminated the infected in the crowd, he asked the students to line up to leave the school. After Lin arranged the students, he notified Lang Zhuan to close the passage. At the same time, Yai Fei also organized classmates to resist monsters. He just blocked the monsters and created a safe zone. Call classmates with good physical strength to go to rescue classmates on other floors. They made ropes from cloth strips. Climbed to the 3rd floor. As soon as they reached the 3rd floor, they saw a monster guarding a classroom. So they went up in a group. Each person took care of the monster in one go when they were about to rescue the trapped students. Qingyu in the classroom refused Li Yaifei's rescue because he analyzed that there were too many injured students in the classroom. It was too dangerous to shift the defense line, and he also suspected that these people were monsters in disguise, just to trick them out. Yafei saw that the students inside were unwilling to move, so she prepared to go back first. Suddenly, several monsters came after hearing the noise and killed one of the students in one hit. Fortunately, Qingyu in the classroom opened the door in time and saved them. This is how they escaped temporarily. But the noise of the monsters ramming the door was too loud. Soon, it attracted all the monsters nearby. In just 2 minutes, they rammed the classroom door open. Seeing this, the students in the classroom were disheartened. At this time, Lin was like a god descending from the sky. He waved his long sword, one sword at a time. In just 2 seconds, he killed all the monsters. The students in the classroom were stunned by this scene. And Qingyu actually studied the monster's corpse. He said excitedly, finally found something interesting. He greeted Lin attentively again. Lin just exchanged names with Anne. He asked Yifei again the situation of Han Ruoruo and Liu Xiaoyan. Li said that they were mixed in the crowd and were not crazy. He found a reason to isolate them in the classroom. Lin was very satisfied with Li's approach. When Li heard Lin's affirmation, he was extremely happy. He told Lin he hoped that Lin would speak well of him in the night watch. He dreamed of joining the night watch. Lin asked him to send his classmates to the auditorium first. Now is not the time to talk about this. At this time, Hong Ying told Lin the monster escaped. Xiaonan is still tracking the monster's trail, but the deputy captain found out more information. This monster is called Nandora Snake Demon. It has a strong ability to disguise and a high level of intelligence. It can blend into human society without making a sound. It can devour humans and then plant snakes into human bodies, then control human actions. Eventually, it could completely devour human society, replacing humans with its own snake demon offspring. But fortunately, its infection ability is limited. The main body can only produce one snake offspring a day. Lin, who learned the information, said, "This monster has been lurking in the school for a long time. The monster is secondary issue now. Our most important thing is to save other students first." So he took a group of classmates to rescue people. This man chased the school beauty for 3 years, but they never even held hands. He didn't expect that the school beauty would come up to him and ask for a hug today. She even hung on him. She said she wanted to play some games with him. It turned out that the school beauty had been infected by the monster. Just now, Liu Yuan rescued the trapped school beauty. He even had a conflict with his classmates and almost got into a fight. At the critical moment, a hideous monster jumped out and rushed straight towards the classmates. A classmate was about to die in the monster's mouth. Lin arrived in time. He cut off the monster's head with a sword. He saved the classmates. After Lin solved the monster, he then walked towards the last infected person, school beauty Han Ruoruo. Seeing this, Liu Yuan stood in front of Han Ruoruo. He wanted to protect her. Lin made way and let them both go. Then Lin asked Li to take the remaining students to the auditorium. At this time, Qingyu came to Lin's ear and told him some of his guesses. Lin was shocked when he heard this and then handed the pistol to Qingyu. Tell him to be more cautious. Then he went alone to find the main body of the Nanchuo snake demon. Lin just left the crowd and asked Captain, "Has he seen the 2 students who were alone?" Lang Zhuan told him. Han Ruoruo and the others entered the Maiying building. After arriving at the Maiying building, he immediately notified Hong Ying. And at this moment, Liu Yuan in the piano room completely became a flower protector. He said he would definitely protect Han. Han Ruoruo heard this. She smiled and hooked her hand at him. When Liu Yuan came closer, she immediately hung on him. She also said that she wanted to do something interesting with him. Just when Liu Yuan's mind was full of romance, Han Ruoruo revealed her true form. She ate Liu in one bite. When Lin arrived, Liu had been infected and turned into a monster. Lin also killed him with one knife. After Lin finished dealing with Liu, he continued to search Han Ruoruo. Just as he entered the piano room, surprisingly, he saw Hans regain her human form. Lin immediately expressed her desire to talk to her. Ask her why she suddenly exposed herself to reproduce in large numbers. Hearing Lin said this, Hanroro suddenly said nervously, "Reproduction is the instinct of our race. You humans don't know shit. A creature like you with super high intelligence. You can definitely suppress biological instincts. So what is your conspiracy?" After listening to Lin's words, Hanroro smiled and said that you seem to like investigation very much. Guess if I planted the snake seed in you, can the girl with the spear find it? After saying that, Hanroro changed back to her original form. She rushed towards Lin. Lin could only dodge awkwardly. This Nanchuo snake demon seems to be in the original form. Its strength is much stronger than the previous offspring monster. Then Lin was trapped in a constant escape. He just needs to delay until Hong Ying arrives here. So Lin launched his only mental power to fight back, hoping to cut off the tail of the Nanchuo snake demon to limit its mobility. Having one tail cut off, the Nanchuo snake demon roared in anger. Its other tail whipped Lin away in the chaos. Looking at the Nanchuo snake demon rushing towards him, Lin started cursing. He thought that he would not die gloriously on the first day of the mission. Suddenly, Hong Ying's musket repelled the Nanchuo snake demon. Looking at Hong Ying's hand reaching out, Lin felt warm in his heart. It's good to have teammates. But who knew that the next second Hong Ying caught her spear? And Lin fell directly into the grass. Hong Ying came over and was concerned about whether Lin was okay. Lin said speechlessly that he was fine. You should focus on dealing with the snake demon. But the snake demon ran away after seeing the three people meet up. Fortunately, Lin's eyes could see the trajectory of his escape. Learn the location of the snake demon, Hong Ying wields the musket. Then she gathered her strength and threw the musket. It passed through the house like passing through tofu. After several people arrived, they found that the snake demon was completely dead, but Lin looked at the corpse thoughtfully. This snake demon's death seemed a bit too strange. At this time, many students in the auditorium were celebrating their survival. Xingyu asked about Lin's organization. Yife boasted proudly. Their organization is called the Night Watch. It's useless for you to know now. You'll be wiped of your memories later. After all, if this kind of thing is leaked, it will cause a lot of panic. Xingyu is very curious.